Gyepi evening, my sweet sunbuns, it's Gyepi. This evening, instead of playing much further, I just decided on a whim to stream flowers, ᴄᴏᴍᴍᴜ printemps, because spring is around the corner, isn't it? And I was willing to showcase this game for quite a while. And this is the right opportunity, I think. As I just began streaming, I wanted to show you one of my favorite visual novel titles. Let's begin. The thing I want, I will never have. As promised. Hi Baba, hi, welcome! I played the accompaniment at the Fest of the Assumption. But can I live up to her expectations? A failure like me. Does the audio sound good? Unloved by my family. Cursed by my stepmother. The art is nice, never able to hold onto anything. Yeah, I truly love the art of Miki Sugina. Just this once. Let that which the ⴰᴄᴏᴍᴜ flower stands for be mine. Please let me know if the audio level is fine for the game. My grandfather taught me that the taller things get, the more I should smile. But an order of things so painful and terrifying that I cannot smile. In the deep of the forest, the shadows are so dark I can barely see my fingertips. So dark that, were it not for the lights nested evenly between the trees, I would not be able to walk. I'm now afraid to stand still. If I stop, I'm done for, I'll be crushed with fear. Along this night path, where a ghost could appear at any moment, to escape from the fear, I think back to why I, Suo Shirahane, must trudge along this path. Oh right, today was the first day I rode the train and bus alone. I made all my connections smoothly, thanks to proper preparation. There she is, our main character. At first I didn't like her really, but while playing this game for the first time, after quite a while I started liking her. She's quite particular, but I believe all of the main heroines are very particular overall. But how was I to know the bus route was discontinued? The girls' boarding school I will be attending from now on, St. Graecum Academy, a distinguished mission school built in 1870. A finishing school for girls from respectable families. I have come here to study and live at the academy for the next 3 years, but it didn't say anywhere that the bus I looked up hasn't been in service for 2 years. Without a direct bus to the school, it took a considerable amount of time to find the single dim road leading to the academy. What an unluck! Staring at the tire tracks, I go forth, certain that this is the right road. I want to go home. Just me and my grandfather living together. It really was just the two of us. I didn't go to school, but I had books and movies for friends, so I went for nothing. No, I am the one who said I wanted to attend an academy with the Amitia system, because I wanted friends. I am aware of my introverted personality, shy and withdrawn. So I had tried to attend school near my grandfather's house, but it was too painful. I ended up getting homeschooled. Living with my grandfather was a quiet life, and I thought things would be fine as they were, but... In all my favorite novels, movies, and dramas, the main characters were always surrounded by wonderful friends. I longed for it, a life with friends. But being introverted, I thought that if I entered just any school, I would not be able to make friends. 괰ᴏᴍᴍᴜ Academy, the school my grandfather told me about. In order to get students to adapt quickly to life at the boarding school, the academy has its own system in which the school pairs students with a friend. I thought that if I were there, I too would be able to make wonderful friends, and so I had asked my grandfather if I could attend. How beautiful! The first encounter. I look up to see that a person has suddenly appeared before me. In my surprise, I stumble, falling into her. Sorry, I was looking down. It's fine. I hear a flustered voice, realizing that I am practically embracing her. I flush red and look up to the owner of the troubled voice. Wow, I've never seen someone so beautiful. Oh, you heard me. I mean, are you alright? Is your leg sprained? Yes, I'm fine. Is it better if I read the English lines after the voice acting finishes? Or is it fine if I read them during it? Like, are you able to hear me well enough if I read them about the girl speaking? There is a faint scent of citrus coming from the body holding me. I wonder if she's using perfume. How ladylike. I can hear you clearly. Okay, thank you. You really are beautiful. Hearing her murmur above my head, I finally realize the position I am in, and that I am in her arms. During it, it's fine, the game's volume is just right for it. Thank you, Baba. When reality catches up with me, I feel tremendously embarrassed. I just met this person. The heat welling up from within turns my face red, and I want to disappear. Oh, what's the matter? She's embarrassed. Hearing the concern in her voice, I apologize again. I finally pull away and face the girl in front of me. I'm the only one who should be sorry. I thought you were going to fall, so I hugged you. Hugged? No, I mean, of course, I was happy to hug someone so beautiful and with such gorgeous hair. Beautiful? Gorgeous? What on earth is she talking about? This girl wearing the same uniform as me has glossy black hair cutely tied in ribbons, and the eyes behind her glasses are kind. She's lovely even though she's just standing there. What am I thinking? What's the matter? Oh, yes, of course you're nervous. Here we are standing around in the dark, and I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Rika Hanabishi. I'm a new student, and I assume you are, too? She quickly introduced herself. I caused her trouble. I have no idea what to do with myself. I'm really sorry. Overcome with emotions, I bow my head, then dash away at full speed. Why am I like this? Please wait a second, I want to add another more category to this stream. Okay, it is done now. Here I am. Even though I was the one who decided to enter this boarding school in order to make friends and change myself, I offended her, didn't I? Yeah, I did that reading aloud. Though she had gone out of her way to talk to me, I was so embarrassed at our accidental hug, and I felt terrible for panicking her. I mean, I added another tag, not the category. It has been such a long time since I talked to a girl my age. I couldn't control my feelings. Before I realized it, I had run away. There is no way I can make friends like this. When I was placed in my grandfather's care, I had tried attending the school nearby. Alright, there was someone who tried to talk to me then. But I was such a wreck. All I did was bother people. Before I knew it, there was no one around me. I had come here to change myself, but... the area behind my nose starts to get hot, and my vision gradually starts to blur and distort. Oops. Something almost fell from the desk. The more I tell myself not to cry, the more I think of how pathetic and worthless I am. In my blurred vision, I see something light red. Wiping my tears on my sleeve, I stare at them dancing around my feet. She's so silent, yet she seems to be bearing something very heavy coming to her emotions. Like, she doesn't spread dark vibes when she interacts, but still, it's as if she got something very heavy troubling her. Cherry blossoms. Cherry blossom petals rain down onto the path like snow, scattering at my feet. I lift my head and there she is, my favorite girl. Beautiful. Under the cherry trees that seem to float in the dark night like apparitions stands a girl with chestnut hair, gazing at me, frozen. Her eyes almost suck me in. She stares at me, her eyes slightly darker than her hair, shining with a pure light. I should greet her, I think, but it is as if my very spirit had been taken from me, and my body does not move. Cinnamon buns, I apologize, but I will take a very short break in order to get my dinner. I'll be right back very soon, okay? I will try to make it quick in 10 minutes approximately. See you soon. I am back, I am back, I am back. Okay. Here I am. I should greet her, I think, but it is... Oh, I forgot to enable the audio, sorry. Here, okay. Welcome back, thank you. I should greet her, I think, but it is as if my very spirit had been taken from me, and my body does not move. A cherry blossom fairy? No, such things don't exist. Looks like I surprised you there. The cherry blossoms were so beautiful, I was just fascinated with them. Clasping her hands together, the girl stretches and sighs to herself as she gazes at the falling cherry blossoms. This scenery is the very picture of spring. It's like it's raining cherry blossoms. Don't you think so too? I am asked, and I nod as though under her spell. If that's the case, let's watch them together. Come over here. Lit by the color of the cherry blossoms, the girl smiles like a spring day. I follow her along a stone pulled by a gossamer thread. Whoosh! The passing wind shakes the petals. The cherry blossom flowers fall like rain and cover the ground. I stumble in the wind and fall into her embrace. You're clumsy, aren't you? This seems to be like the huggy night for her. The second person she's hugging. The girl laughs and, smiling, says that greetings are past due. My name is Mariko Osaka. She introduces herself, smiling at me. I personally thought that this would be a perfect title to read along during an evening in order to relax. Was not really in the mood of playing horror games this evening. Wanted to change a bit. Also, as it's almost spring, or is it spring already? Am I don't know that thing regarding dates. I wanted to play this title as it's not that short, so I'm not sure when I will be able to complete it on stream. And I wanted to take my time here. Almost spring, 21 March spring, yes! Okay. So it's like 1 week and a half, almost 2 weeks. Okay. Wow. Better early than late, I guess. I love this game so much. I personally play the first one only, this one. So we'll play together with you of the games of this series, because as it does mention the season, there are all of the seasons within this game series, but like there's an ending to each of them from what I know. Like to this one there was an ending, multiple endings actually. I apologize. April. What is associated with that word? Spring, brand new uniforms, cherry blossoms, mild weather. The cold dissipating in the warm wind. But more importantly than those, encounters. We'll be able to meet new people here at the academy. Someone like me, who has never made a friend before. Here, Amitié. Chapter 1, Spring Awakening. By the way, regarding their amitié system, there will be an explanation to it later. So it begins. The mixed voices echoed through the cathedral, overwhelming in their beautiful solemnity. They washed over like a wave, reflecting off the stained glass windows, glittering in the sunlight, and at last reaching the first-year students sitting nervously in their seats. It really is a missionary school. From the altar of the cathedral, I hear the upperclassmen singing a hymn. The reality that I am really here at St. Angoricum finally hits me. The figures of saints on the stained glass and the statue of Christ crucified on the cross is just like I've seen in the movies. This game got quite an aesthetic to it. When I arrived at the academy that night, I was taken to the dormitory right away. Like even the dialogue box looks so good. I had been forced to go to bed at the specified time, and so I had no chance to see anything. Wow. Brick buildings lined the cobblestone path on the way here, as though I were in a foreign land. The cathedral would passed. Or is it called a chapel? The window dressing is kinda great. Yeah. The scenery of a Christian school, just as I had seen in foreign films, unfolding right before my very eyes, took my breath away. Hearing faint laughter, I turned slightly and glanced at the seat behind me. A fellow freshman is looking at me giggling. Why? I must have done something wrong, I think. I recall how yesterday I could only give such an awkward response to that girl, even though she had gone out of her way to talk to me. What have I done wrong? Have I been saying my thoughts out loud? My grandfather had pointed it out as a habit of mine when I'm lost in thought. I looked down, feeling my cheeks get hot. I'm dressed in the cute academy uniform, but ever since that time, I haven't... The wave of sounds echoing in my ears fade, and I raise my head. The upperclassmen who had been singing the hymn at the podium are no longer there. Those second and third year students have now taken their seats surrounding us. Then, before I even realize it, a woman wearing a robe trailing behind her, ᴄᴏᴍᴍᴜ, steps up to the podium and, with a sweeping gesture, bows. Freshman class, congratulations on your entry to the academy. I am the teacher who will be in charge of you, Dalia Basquiat. Seeing Sister Dalia, the teacher who will be in charge of us, reinforces my realization that this is indeed a religious school. This woman, with golden eyes and golden hair wrapped in a veil, wearing a habit, plainly shows that this is a Christian school. She seems nice, but there's something. Watching Sister Dalia go over the school precepts and talk about the structure of the academy, I feel a flutter of unease in my chest. What on earth? Somehow I have the feeling that a terrible memory is about to surface. I look away from Sister Dalia and instead stare at the back of the girl in front of me. In front of me is a dress-like navy blue uniform. I quite like the neat, elegant uniform of this academy, as I gaze at the thin, slender lines of the body in front of me. Oh, what's this? Seeing a cherry blossom petal clinging to her shoulder-length, chestnut brown hair, I reach out unthinkingly. I can't do that. I'd reflexively reached out to take it, but it would be rude to her, I think. Yes, but didn't you leave your grandfather's home to escape your withdrawn, isolated life? It is only natural that I, who from a young age had never attended school and was homeschooled, would have no one I could call a friend. That is why my grandfather, concerned about me, had allowed me to attend this school with its amitié system. Besides, I'm being kind, right? My experience with human relationships is lacking, and I can confirm this, but in all the movies and novels I've seen and read, the considerate characters are the ones who make friends. In that case, I should take it. No, it might be rude. I'm gonna save here with the first choice. Oops. Here. Okay. I should take it. I should just take it, right? Spurred on by the thousands of protagonists I've seen in the movies, I reach out gently, so as not to be noticed, toward that chestnut hair. As my fingers draw near her glossy hair, my heart starts stomping. Sweat drips down my back as I wonder if the sound of my heart will give me away. With all my courage, I gently pinch the flower petal in her hair. I did it! I nearly cry out at my success, then... Although quiet, I flinch back in surprise at the sound of the voice. You? I'm literally frozen in place. I stare at the girl who has turned slightly to look at me. The girl from the other evening is the cherry blossom girl from the yesterday. Remembering our embrace underneath the scattering cherry blossoms, my cheeks... No, my entire face, all the way up to the tips of my ears, suddenly flushes hotly. Oh, so you have to make choices? Yes, this game does have multiple endings here. You're the girl from yesterday. Shirahane-san, right? What are you... She looks at me with questioning eyes, then sees the cherry blossom petal I'm still holding in my fingers. Ah, you took that petal from my hair, didn't you? Thanks! I swallowed the words I'd been about to say to try and resolve the misunderstanding, and freeze again. That's because with her beautiful smile and cheerfulness, she's exactly the kind of friend I want. What's wrong? Is there something? Did I startle you? No, you didn't do anything. Oh, wow, that's good. She runs a hand through her hair and smiles. Is fiddling with her hair a habit of hers? I don't know why, but my chest tightens and I can't look away from her smile. Lesbian. Thanks for your concern. I met you yesterday, but once again, I'm Mayuri Kosaka. Your name is Suo Shirahane-san, right? Am I mistaken? Yes, that's right. The L word. Yes, it is. Right, that's good. I'm not so good at remembering people's names, so I thought I might be mistaken. Especially because when I called you Shirahane-san, you had a troubled look on your face. What? No way! I pat my face, and Mayuri nearly burst into laughter, covering her mouth with her hand. What is it? I'm sorry, I thought you were some cold, intellectual beauty, but you're acting like a child. I really am sorry. With my hands still on my face, I can feel sweat beading on my forehead from embarrassment. Eventually, I drop my hands. Seeing me like this, Mayuri apologizes again. I hardly wave my hand in front of my chest as if to say, don't worry about it. I follow her line of vision to what she's frowning at. What are you whispering about over there? The student seated next to Mayuri sits with her profile to us, shooting us a reproachful glare. The sister is in the middle of a cautionary tale, if you would refrain from chattering. Sorry. The student speaks with a controlled voice. Wait, isn't she the other one? The girl from yesterday. There we go, the loosely tied hair, the serious-looking rimmed glasses. When I realized this is the same person I had angered last night on my way to the academy, I hang my head once again. Oh, that's not... You don't have to keep lowering your head like that, you haven't done anything wrong. You're being defiant. Feeling the glare behind her glasses intensify, I... Stay silent, say that you were the one talking. Second one. Seeing those first eyes brings back that memory, and I feel as though I may falter, but... I must sort out this misunderstanding now. Yeah, as we were determined to make friends, we just have to make that effort to sort out things that are being misunderstood, right? Otherwise, I will be throwing Mari under the bus and after her going out of her way for me. I'm not being defiant, you know? You... Huh? What? Mayu, I mean, Kosaka-san has done nothing wrong. I'm the one who started talking to her, so I'm the one who was making noise. Is that so? I bow an apology to the girl who seems to be considering the words I've said. I'm sorry about today, and I'm also sorry about yesterday. I was startled when you spoke to me, so... I just ran away and... Huh? Run away? Oh! Oh, you too. You're the one from yesterday. Oh, I thought I might have offended you, and that's why you ran away. My name is Shirahane. Oh right, yesterday I was the only one who introduced myself. Hey, seriously. That's right, she had introduced herself so as not to frighten me. Ah, yes, well, Hana... Yes, Hana what? Hana-san? Wrong! My name is Rika Hanabishi. You forgot? My white cheeks turn red upon mistaking her name, and she says the name slowly and clearly. Ooh, she looks pissed. I tell her I won't forget, finally cooling the situation, when a hand tugs at her sleeve. What is it? Not what? Look. Ah! With her hand pressed to her forehead, she makes a small pointing gesture with her finger. When we look in the direction of her pointing finger, ouch, our eyes land on the podium. Oh crap. Sister Dahlia is staring our way with a detached smile on her face. Oh, I was listening. Would your friend please be quiet? After somehow managing to make it through the embarrassing scene in the cathedral, Sister gonna be pissed, yeah. I head straight to campus with my eyes cast down and arrive at the classroom without incident, but... The inside's no different from a regular school, is it? I think as I look around the classroom. It seems no different from the school I attended before. The windows are very big too. The layout of the classroom is not different from a usual classroom, making it a bit anticlimactic. No, but... These desks and chairs have been here a long time. Perhaps the interior of the classroom was built around the theme of wood, because everything that would usually be made of metal, including the door handles, desk legs, and the edge of the blackboard is made of wood, which gives the room a certain warmth. I suppose it's a good idea to use wood in a humid country like this, since it absorbs moisture. Hehe, there's a scratch here. The desk bear small marks, like the lingering scent of the people who had once used them. These marks remind me of when I used to attend school. Remembering that one year I went to school, I feel a sense of nostalgia. It seems like she likes observing things and romanticizing them, doesn't she? Oops! I skipped that. Can I get back? Thinking back on it now, I guess the memories aren't all bad. As I'm tracing the diagonal scratch left in the desk, you look like you're having fun. A mysterious voice calls out unexpectedly. Huh? Realizing that the voice is talking to me, I turn timidly towards it and... Cute! Her haircut! Oh, so cute. Wow! For some reason, the student sat in front of me. The person who called out to me seems awfully surprised. What is it? Oh, I'm sorry, you just look all happy, so I wanted to talk to you, but I was surprised by how beautiful you are. Beautiful? Rika Hanabishi said the same thing. I feel my face turn red. Is she also just trying to be polite? Still red in the face, I wave my hand in front of my chest to dismiss the words I'm not used to hearing. What? You're so modest. You're a freshman, so that means we're the same age, right? I didn't think anyone my age could be so grown up and beautiful. It you being small. Oh, grown up? Does she mean I look old? I've been told by my grandfather too that I look older than I am. I put my hands to my still hot cheeks and... You've got me beat here too. I don't know why, but she's touching her chest over her uniform. I stared at her quizzically, wondering if the ribbon is coming undone. So oblivious. Oh, sorry, how silly of me. I haven't introduced myself. My name is Ichigo Sasaki. The characters for Sasaki are tall, but Ichigo is just Ichigo. It means strawberry. It's with her. She takes out a pen case from her desk, writes her name on the palm of her hand, and shows me. Ichigo Sasaki-san. Her innocent smile is so bright it almost makes me squint. She's delicate and carefree, and her tied-up hair makes her look cute. Looking closely, I can see 2 moles under her right eye, adding to her childlike appearance. I guess if anyone can call me grown up, it will be Ichigo-san. As I think this impolite thought, Ichigo balls up her stretched out hand into a little fist and dexterously opens and closes it. So, what's your name? Oh, I haven't presented myself. Oh, sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Shirahane. Shirahane? Ichigo cocks her head questioningly, so I also write my name on my palm for her. That seems to be a friendly exchange there. Wow, so that's how you write Swo? It's difficult. Hey, do you mind if I... Huh? What? Eek! She grabs the hand I've written on, and I let out an embarrassing yelp of surprise. A few of our other classmates who are waiting for the teacher to come look at us, and I feel like my face is on fire. Hey, Ichigo-san, what are you... Since we're doing introductions, I thought I'd introduce you to Ringo too. Hey Ringo, I told you not to fall asleep. Still holding onto my hand, Ichigo taps mercilessly on the back of the sleeping classmate sitting in front of us. I'm more nervous about her angering the student she's hitting than I am embarrassed that she's still holding my hand. Hey, wake up already! Oh? Okay, I get it. If you get it then, hey! Once again she slaps the back of the student who, overcome with sleepiness, is slowly snuggling back to the desk. I get it, sis. The girl raises her head lazy and looks back. Sis? The same face. Twins! Yeah, poor twins. Come on now, introduce yourself. The moles are different. Also the hairstyle. And the personality from what I see. The energy more like. I'm Ringo Sasaki. The characters for Sasaki are... I already explained that to her. Oh wow, for my first name Ringo, it's just Ringo. It means apple. Oh, strawberry and apple. I'm not realizing that both sisters are named after fruits. Then I feel tugging on my hand again. This here is Shirahane-san. Can I call you Swo-chan? The characters in her name are difficult, so you gotta remember them. Got it. Squinting with her sleepy eyes, she stands up and leans her face in towards the palm of my hand. It's a grocery store list. Though I feel my cheeks go red, I steal a glimpse of Ringo's face while she's distracted. Yeah, to make it a full grocery store list, here's some grapes for you. She has the same delicate build as Ichigo. Being twins, they have the exact same facial structure, but if anything, Ringo seems to have gentler features than Ichigo. Instead of tying her hair back, she has a pretty flower clip in it, making me wonder if they are intentionally distinguishing themselves. If Ichigo has a lively and innocent personality, then Ringo seems to have a gentle and kind one, I think, though I don't have much to go on. Then... Ringo-san has just one... her mole. It's one way for people who have just met us to tell us apart. She shakes that other distinguishing feature, her hair, and points to the 2 moles under her eye. The one with one mole is Ringo. The one with 2 moles is me. Remember that. When I wake up or when I take a bath, I don't wear my hair up, you know. I nod my understanding and Ringo nods back, then slowly return to her seat. Hey everyone! Good evening, Nighty! Hi! Welcome! It's really nice to meet you. Our seats are close too. Nice to meet you. Yes, likewise. Thank you for your guidance and for giving me impetus. This is the first time someone has said nice to meet you to me since I came to the academy, and I feel head rising from the bottom of my stomach in excitement. Could it be that I have made my first friends? Wow! Hey sis, what's an impetus? Thank you, it's nice to see you stream again. Glad to hear so. I don't know. It's probably some kind of fashionable greeting from her old school or something like "Hey yo" was for a time. I see. Naruhodo. I have a favor I'd like to ask of you. What is it? Would you... I've gotten this far. Would you be... Would you be my friends? Friends? I think they might not have heard me since my voice had trailed off. But Ichigo, who has heard it clearly, folds her arms and hums to herself. If she has to think about it, then... sorry, I gave it some thought, but friends is kind of, you know... Maybe after we've talked a little more... It isn't that I don't like you, Suo-chan. I mean, you're so beautiful. If anything, I wanted to ask you to be friends. But just saying let's be friends doesn't mean we really are friends. I guess I really am not good at this. Oh, so she's feeling awkward because they refused her, but this was not actually a refuse still. I understand it might feel bad. Like she tried her best at this. That's right, it isn't going to be like the movies. That's what I learned that you're at school, isn't it? What? What's the matter, Suo-chan? Maybe she fell asleep. She can't fall asleep with her eyes open, Ringo. She isn't you, Suo-chan. Yes, what? Feeling a light tap on my head, I come back to my senses. I consume a small sigh from Ichigo, who is looking at me with concern. We were surprised when you zoned out on us all of a sudden. There's something else I want to ask, Suo-chan. Me? Yes, Suo-chan, your family. Are they Christian too? Huh? What kind of question is that? No, more important than the question itself. I have a feeling the important thing is how I should answer Ichigo's question. Orator, what will be the better answer? The better answer is not to lie, I guess. Respond with what you think she wants to hear. Answer honestly. No. Answer honestly. My conscience tells me that I ought to be honest. My family, I think we're just regular Buddhists. We did have a Buddhist altar. Oh, really? I thought everyone at the school would be Christian, right, Ringo? Yeah, everyone was singing those hymns at the entrance ceremony. Right. It really was awkward. I thought we might have to sing too, but we didn't know any of the hymns at all. Also, they're not Christian either, so... You got a thing in common at the very least, and I understand what they'd asked me. I too had wondered whether everyone else at the school would be Christian, since it is a missionary school. If you're not Christian either, then that means that not everyone else here is too. I wonder... Our sample size is only 3 people, but I hesitate to say so. Yeah, that's a small portion of students indeed. The sound of a door opening brings a draught of gentle spring air with it as a woman wearing a habit comes in and ascends to the podium. No, the sister! It's Sister Basquiat, the woman we've been waiting for. I apologize for the wait. I know I have already introduced myself at the cathedral, but I'm Dahlia Basquiat. It will be my pleasure to teach you this school year. With her hands folded in front of her, she bows gracefully to the class, and we all bow our heads in return. Wow! My impression of her at the cathedral had been somewhat negative, but with a single bow she now appears warm, yet refreshingly cool. A real woman of the cloth, I think with admiration. Now, where shall I begin? First of all... yes, of course. Let's start with self-introductions. She smiles, and a warm atmosphere envelops the room. I hear giggling from around the class. Let us introduce ourselves according to seat order. The first student, who's seated by the window, stands up and says her name. Then... Now, please share with everyone your hobbies and a few words about yourself. Assisted Basquiat's urging, she says she likes music and tells us her favorite singer, then finishes up with a safe "Nice to meet you." Alright, let's give a round of applause. Alright, I forgot. She forgot. We have to do self-introductions. Goodness, is she about to panic now? Oh no. Will this be a total flop? I'd wonder. The only thing in my head had been the amitié system, and I now find myself frozen at the thought of doing a self-introduction. I can make the same mistake. I remember how I'd fumbled my words in my introduction the first day of my old school. When I think back on it, that was when everything started to go awry. Name, hobby, a few words, greeting, what should I say? My name aside, what would I say for my hobby? I love books and movies, but if I say that, will I come off as a loner? I guess so. Maybe. As for greetings, the safer, the better. I'm racking my brain when I hear a familiar voice and look up. I'm Ringo Sasaki. I like tasty things. I guess I'm good at swimming. Thanks. Clap, clap. Ha? No way! Before I knew it, we'd come all the way to Ringo, who is 2 seats ahead of me. I'm dumbfounded. I'm Ichigo Sasaki, and Ringo's twin, the other one. My hobby is collecting frog figurines. I guess I'm good at swimming too, thank you. Frog figurines. Cute. I see Ichigo return to her seat upon Sister Basquiat's command. My mind is still spinning, so I... Play safe, make a strong first impression. I won't play it safe. I heard that first impressions are important. Strong one. Yeah. This is a good chance to let everyone get to know me. Yeah, by embarrassing yourself, I assume. Let's see. Urged by Sister Basquiat, I stand up from my seat. I take a breath to calm down. What do I want people to know about me? I'm Suo Shirahane. I like books and movies. For books I read any genre, from romance to historical and mystery novels. The same goes for movies. I like anything. Right now I'm really into horror. I've pretty much seen everything. My favorite genre is zombies. Yep, first impression is very important. Yeah, my first impressions back at school were like and I couldn't speak. So I quit relate to this girl over here. The way she was panicking before, worrying more like. I think the slow-walking zombies from early film are adorable. These days they run fast and chase people, but I don't think it's very tasteful. What the hell? Miss Shirahane? Yes? A simple introduction is enough, so please wrap it up with a greeting. Yes? I put my hands to my now hot cheeks and look around. No one is smiling. Oh my goodness. I had expected to get some friendly smiles. Nice to meet you. Yay, we got the claps at the very least. The self-introductions continue as I hold my head in shame, and soon familiar faces begin introducing themselves. First, Mayuri Kosaka. I'm Mayuri Kosaka. I guess I like baking and drawing. Nice to meet you. I did not remember that she enjoyed baking and drawing, actually. That reminds me of a certain fox. Her straightforward introduction garners admiring gazes from several students. Of course, I am among them. Next is Rika Hanabishi. My name is Rika Hanabishi. My hobby is collecting tea leaves. I am currently studying the art of brewing tea. Thank you for your attention. This early serious greeting is just like her, and her hobby of brewing tea is wonderfully feminine. However... Miss Hanabishi, weren't you the one who was talking in the cathedral? Ara. Oh. The words are not said with malintent, but Hanabishi flinches at them, but then... Miss Hanabishi here had the highest score on the entrance examination. we were going to decide this later, but since the opportunity has presented itself, how would you like to be class president? Her praise for Hanabishi's entrance score and asking her to be the class president seemed to cancel out the previous incident. Hanabishi accepts the responsibility while blushing, her chest puffed out in pride. Wow, that concludes the self-introductions. Now I should explain a few things about the classes. Sister Basquiat hands out a printout with the Academy's class schedule and starts explaining. First, an explanation of the 5 classes. Although it is a missionary school, it seems not different from an ordinary one. Also, so that our students do not make fools of themselves or of the Academy, we have an etiquette class. Seeing just etiquette listed as one of the classes, I do a double take. You will learn proper conduct and manners here, from how to walk, to how to bow, the proper way to eat, how to put on a kimono. I'm surprised to find that a step of Japanese etiquette, kimonos, is a part of the class, but I guess when in Rome. Sister Dahlia, may I ask a question? Where it says Bible class, does that mean it's a class where we read the Bible? The question answers itself, causing some to jiggle. Actually, I wanted to ask the same thing. My family isn't Christian, so I wasn't sure. Alright, I see how a Bible class might be a bit difficult to understand. In this class, we will study Christianity using the Bible you bought before entering the Academy. First-year students learn the concepts and read the book of Genesis, the first chapter of the Bible. That sounds hard. Well, it is not as though we are just going to memorize scripture. We aren't going to just read the Bible. We will discuss how to deal with real-life problems using the doctrines within it. For example, we will have discussions on things like how we should talk to people who have incurable diseases, and so on. So it's like an ethics class. Think of it as a class that will improve your thinking capacity and that will teach you how to listen to others' opinions. Also, that is where we will practice hymns and prayers. Good, it looks like they're gonna teach us. Yes. Those of us who don't know the hymns and prayers are reassured. I had another class I had to talk about. Ah yes, here it is. Here in the time slot for gym class. All gym classes at the Academy are ballet. Woo! So classy. Ballet? The words fall from my mouth. I hardly look around the class. Good, everyone is staring at Sister Basquiat with the same question marks around their heads. Well, I say ballet, but there are many different kinds of ballet such as classic, modern, creative dance, but at Academy we will study classic ballet only. We find that this class is good for our students' gracefulness and polishes our students' artistic sides. Ballet. Imaging myself in a leotard and slippers awakens a sense of panic in me, and I quickly throw the toad aside. It wouldn't suit someone as big as me. I wish I could be the kind of girl that looks good in a leotard too. Hey, Swatch-on! What is it? Do you think I would look good in a ballerina outfit? The question isn't expected. It's sweet any girl, it suits you. I do feel evil all the times I get to pick some choices. I think this is fault of the Raptor dating scene, but still, I'm still in that sort of mood. It suits you. I think you will definitely look good in a leotard. Really? Do you think so? Yes, you have the right body and face and aura. I can already picture it. I guess that means it will suit me too. Ringo says in a small voice and flashes you as a V for victory sign with her fingers, and I nod enthusiastically. So 20 minutes more approximately for this stream, okay? At first I thought ballet would be tall, but now I'm really looking forward to it, right, Swatch-on? Once she finishes going over the general outline of the classes, Sister Basquiat announces that the explanation is done. We've covered the Academy's rules and classes. But let's talk about the dorms later. It would be difficult to remember everything if explained all at once. Sister Basquiat's charming smile spills over into her words, but there is one question I'm desperate to ask. that being... Sister Dahlia, may I ask about the amitié system? I thought it would be the first thing to be decided. Right, the amitié system. Since we seem to think the same way about it, I would really like Mari as my amitié partner. Yes, I was going to say that for the end. We are going to have the amitié test now. Once the test is finished, we will start the amitié system today. We want you to get accustomed to the system as quickly as possible. Starting today. Now, it is time for the amitié test. We are told to wait here. I'll do my best. I bow my hands up into fists, subtly so that no one sees. Take your time to answer, don't rush, says Sister Basquiat to Rika, who asks how much time we have. We'll be done with when everyone's pencils has stopped moving, she says. How can you not rush? I face my question page, feeling rushed and pressured by the sound of pencils scribbling on paper. What she really means is that the person who takes the longest will make everyone else wait. Goodness, she's overworried. I know I have to do this quickly, but... The test, spanning 150 questions, has many questions asking us, the students, about ourselves. If I try to answer them on the spot, I could probably answer them just fine, but... When I was a child, I would always follow orders without complaint. Okay. Nature. Let's go with the mid one. If I answer without thinking things through, I might be paired with someone I wouldn't want to be paired with. Sounds fair. I could get matched with an amity partner I'm incompatible with. That would be awful. I like to daydream. Nature once again. Oh goodness. I want to rush, but I can't, still agonizing over it. I force myself to choose an answer. I don't care about manners. Disagree. Wasn't I told my manners were good? I think that as I move my pencil, it doesn't matter what you feel about yourself if others do not value you. I think about, or have tried, dressing as the opposite sex. Agree. I feel in the answer sheet while puzzling over what a strange question it is. I have received neurological or psychiatric treatment. Agree. It's an embarrassing question, but I suppose it is important if we are all going to live together. I have had strange feeling that I was not myself. Agree. Goodness, is this a psychiatric test instead? Is it supposed to make me find a friend? Goodness, too much personal information. The moment I moved my pencil, all of a sudden I felt a pain deep within my chest. It is a strange feeling, a painful and terrifying feeling. But I've got to get this over with. Rubbing my furrowed brow with the pencil, I turned to the rest of the test questions. Oh, so that's it. So they wanted to just know my personal stuff and we're done. Of course. They didn't even ask what I like to do, what I like to eat, what are my habits, what are my routines. What the heck? I have finished answering the long questions and have come to the last one. What kind of friend would you like? After finishing writing my answer, I finally take a breather and sneak a look around the class. Fewer people have finished than I thought. I had written my answers in a hurry, since being last would be embarrassing, but now it seems I finished it early. I can still hear the sound of pencils running across paper. If that is the case, maybe I should write a bit more. The final question, there we go. For the question, what kind of friend would you like? I had specified in detail this and that about personality, but there's more I can add, isn't there? This is someone I'm going to be spending the next 3 years with. Every detail is important. As I'm trying to take the paper in one hand, I drop my answer sheet and hardly bend to pick it up as I do. Here you are. Mari picks my test up from the floor and hands it to me. Oh, Shirahane-san? My face, no, my entire body instantly becomes hot. Why is she the one next to me? How? Questions swirl in my lesbian head. Ha, wasn't Koseka-san sitting in a different seat just a moment ago? I had gotten up to go to the restroom once, and when I came back to my seat, well, that's not Ichigo-san. The bag in front of me is not her petite form, but a different person's bag. Had there been a break when I went to the bathroom? When I'd come back, everyone was waiting for the test, and so I had rushed back to my seat, but... Oh, I've made a mistake. Shirahane-san here? Huh? Ah! Hardly comprehending that Mayuri really is sitting next to me, I take the test she's handing me with shaking hands. She hasn't written anything. I think as I glimpse the test on Mayuri's desk. Hey, don't look at other people's tests, they're personal. Does that mean I went overboard? Hearing Mayuri's troubled voice, I look to her and see she's looking at the dense writing on my test. Don't pick. Yeah. Talk about manners. She said she had some classy manners. Really speaking. Oh. Seeing with shame, I apologize and take the paper, ask what kind of French she wrote about wanting. Apologize and take the paper, it is. Oops, I almost misclicked. I'm sorry. All I can do is take the paper and apologize. Here you go. As I take the paper Mayuri hands me, her fingers slightly brush mine. Ah. I accidentally make a noise, my ears turn red at the feel of her soft, supple fingertips. You've written in detail, haven't you? Ah, yes. Can't hurt to take a look. Oh no, I just mean that you took the test seriously, didn't you? I guess I should be more serious about it too, since it will decide who we're partnered with from now on. She uses her pencil to point at my answers, which are 2 or 3 lines each, and smiles wryly. I should think a bit more. Thanks, Shirahane-san. I didn't even speak up though. She smiles kindly at me, and the only thing I can say is, okay. That went okay, I guess. I thought I had embarrassed Mayuri, but she seems happy. I pretend to proofread my test, burying my face in the answer sheet so as to hide my embarrassment. My lesbian embarrassment. I wonder if we'll be asked what kind of person we want to be paired with. Having heard there would be a final interview to determine our amitié partners, I'm sitting in one of the chairs lined up in the hallway, waiting for my turn. What kind of amitié partner do I want? The words Ichigo had said as she went to her interview before me come to my lips, and I ruminate over them in my mind. I guess I'd like... Mayuri, who had picked up my test for me, comes to mind. Someone kind and reliable, like Mayuri-san. No. Reliable, Rika-san is also reliable, isn't she? I'll be happy to have Rika, the class president and most studious person in class, as my amitié partner. I choose... Ooh! The decisive... The decisive... choice! Come on, that one. You understood me, cinnamon buns. I remember her smiling kindly at me. Under the cherry blossoms, in the dark of the night, she smiled at me. Miss Shirahane, called upon by Sister Basquiat, I get to my feet. Why don't we go together this time, she says. As I am resting limply in the hallway after the nerve-wracking interview, Rika speaks to me. I'm tired, and when she makes the offer again, I simply accept. Was also choice? No, it was not. We head outside the school building, to where the upperclassmen await us. Oh, it's so beautiful! I thought so when we were heading to class, but I love this European architecture. Don't you agree, Shirahane-san? Rika says, looking up at the high ceiling of the entrance. A rainbow of colors pours through the beautifully crafted stained glass in the ceiling. I noted to myself thinking about how the wedge entrance, which we'd had no time to look at while rushing to class, really is beautiful. My family's house is old, and in the traditional Japanese style, so it was always my dream to live in a European-style place. The dormitory is the same, it's lovely. Perhaps question marks have appeared around my head at the word dormitory, because Rika smiles and explains. They call housing for students a dormitory. I looked it up. Since I'm going to a missionary school, I can't help but smile at Rika, who is proudly puffing out her chest once again. You must think I'm childish. Maybe it was a mistake to say that to someone so much more mature than me. Huh? Sorry. So it's like one of the two said we are childish and the other one the opposite? I'm kidding, it was a joke. I guess I was just so happy to finally see you smile. I worked up the courage to talk to you yesterday, but you ran away. So I was worried, wondering if I'd said something rude. Not at all. Really? That's a relief. But why did you run? I'm still curious about that. Rika fiddles with the handrail on the old stairs as she asks me, and I... To her I was surprised to confess the truth. Surprised? Oh. Oh? I was surprised. That's all I can come back with. For some reason Rika puts her hand to her chest and lets out a deep sigh. Really? That's good. Oh, no, that's not what I meant. I was thinking maybe you thought I was a weirdo. Oh no, of course not. It's just that it was night and dark. Right. I was calling out to you from the darkness could have been a ghost. Hanabishi-san? She suddenly makes a face as though she'd eaten something bitter and rubs her brow. Well, anyway, I'm glad I didn't do anything rude. Alright, shall we head over? I ask where to, and she says to the meeting place. She holds out her hand. What should we do now? Looking up at the deserted school building, I let out a long sigh. Back then... Having solved our misunderstanding, Rika holds out her hand, which was holding the number card given at the end of the interview we just had. She tells me that we should hurry up since the upperclassmen who are going to give us a tour of campus are waiting. I part ways with her to find the upperclassman with the same number on her chest as I have on my card, but I can do this under the circumstances. The upperclassman who's waiting for me, she seems popular, standing in the center of a group of students and laughing with them. First of all, I can do this right now. I don't have the courage to interrupt when they are having such a good time talking. And then they started getting annoyed. I had waited for them to finish their conversation, but it seemed that the upperclassmen started getting angry with the freshman, me, didn't show up. It's only natural since they've been waiting a long time, but the more time passes, the less I'm able to go over, so I stand rooted to my spot. Oh no. Bad choice, Suo-chan. And then there were none. I say the name of the mystery novel I dread as a child, wondering what to do next. After the tour of the campus, we're supposed to go back to class, but the time we're supposed to be back is an hour and a half from now. I don't want to be there by myself. I guess I have to take a look around by myself. I start walking back to the school building with heavy feet in an attempt to kill time. I must have been wandering around for about half an hour when... All of a sudden, Shirahane-san! A voice calls out, and I turn around. Oh! Seeing a familiar face coming towards me from down the hall, I'm at once filled with joy and an urge to hide. We went together, so she must know. I wave weakly to her as she comes trotting down the hallway, and Rika hurries over to me with a smile. We meet again, Shirahane-san. Yes. Your tour ended fairly early, didn't it? Are you heading back to class? If she says I finished early, won't it mean that she did too? She seems to have read my question through my silence as Rika clasps her hands together and explains. My guide had some emergency and had to leave suddenly. She was very apologetic, but I already knew the basic layout from the pamphlet I got, and she'd explained the confusing club rooms to me. She says it brightly. Oh, really? She cocks her head at me, as if to ask, what about you? What should I say? I considered telling her that my guide also had an emergency and had to leave early, but I don't want another misunderstanding. I don't want to hurt her again like last night. Actually what? It's embarrassing, but... So we spilled the beans. I wonder where the beans fell. Shirahane-san, here, over here. Now we have to clean up the beans that we spilled. Hey, Hanabishi-san. Rika pulls me by the hand into a corner classroom. This is the lesson room. I heard it's used for ballet practice. She shows me the impressive mirrored room, and all I can do is say, "Oh," in a squeaky voice. Oh, what's the matter? What's the matter? I confessed that I was unable to approach the upperclassmen and had wandered about campus aimlessly. Rika didn't mock me, nor did she laugh at me. "Well then, I'll guide you," she offered, and my eyes nearly welled up with tears of joy. She's so kind, but... The problem of me now, at this moment, is that my hand is being held. Oh, are we going too fast? Are you tired? No, it's not that. Right, when I get happy, I tend to get carried away. I thought maybe I started going too fast. Tell me if we passed a place you'd like to see, okay? She looks up at me with kind eyes from behind her glasses, and I start to sweat. This is bad. This is bad. Maybe this is a normal thing between girls, but I'm a lesbian. This is the first time a person the same age and sex as me has held my hand. I'm sweating, and it's all I can do to keep myself from blushing furiously. Shirahane-san, have you ever tried ballet? No, never. Oh, I thought you might have, since you have a good figure, good posture, and your back muscles are straight, but I guess not. I returned the flattery with a forced smile. She's been holding my hand ever since she started giving me this tour. The more I try not to be nervous, the more my palm sweats. Is this okay? Will she think I'm gross? Since she's holding my hand, she's close enough for me to feel her breath. Sweaty hands. She's shorter than me, and there's a nice, soft, sweet smile coming from around the collar of her uniform. The femininity of it sends my temperature rising ever higher. It's strange that we're going to study ballet at school. We'll see our classmates in leotards. I look into her carefree smile. My mind wanders as I think how lovely her long eyelashes are behind her glasses. It's a bit embarrassing, isn't it, Shirahane-san? Yes. I can speak properly, and I look down as I feel my cheeks get hot. This room's positioned for sunlight to get in, so it's a bit hot. We can go somewhere to cool off next. I wonder if she's already noticed my red face. Yes, please. That's so I can manage, aware of her soft hand still holding mine. Sorry, not sorry, my sweet cinnamon buns, the sweetest cinnamon buns in the world. But I will be finishing the stream here. If I manage to wake up at proper hour, I'll keep the stream going in the morning tomorrow. Otherwise, well, tomorrow evening I'm busy, so I'm not sure if I'll be showing up. I'll leave the information for tomorrow regarding tomorrow evening, so let's leave it at that. If I manage, I will stream in the morning and will keep you updated about the evening. And so far, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm always very happy to have you here. You were quite chatty today, I noticed it. Also, Baba showed up finally for the first time, didn't you, Cat? That is okay. Okay. Thank you, Rin, for always helping me here. And so that's it for this evening. I hope I managed to make you relax at least a bit. And see you next time. Bye bye!